Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from. We are here today with Dor Eisner, who is the co founder and CEO of Guardz. Hello, Dor. How are you?
Hello, Scott. I'm good. Thank you for having me today.
I want to first off apologize to the viewers watching because, we had about 15-minute blunder there of technical issues. So I don't know. I feel like we were in good hands, though. We had each other helping us out. So
Absolutely,
okay.
absolutely. It was a journey.
It was a journey. We were doing hand gestures and everything. So awesome. Well, listen, Dor, what side of the world are you located on?
I am right now in Tel Aviv, Israel.
Okay.
Guards is it's a both US and Israeli company. I'm splitting my time between Miami and Tel Aviv.
Okay.
We have a small office in Miami. We have a small office in San Francisco, and then we
Okay.
have a big engineering and R&D product team working out of Israel.
Awesome.
Out of
Well,
Tel Aviv.
I have heard a lot about guards lately. I've seen it come up in my news feed all the time. So I am very excited to do this live stream demo with you and kind of get to understand guards a little better and see what it's all about. So what can you tell us right off the bat about guards?
Great, great. So, if we jump into Guards, first I would love, to share quickly about myself and
Yeah.
give you the quick rundown about Guards. So, I started my journey in the cybersecurity space about 20 years ago. I was a commander in the Israel intelligence force way before cybersecurity became a big thing. And all my career was about cybersecurity. So, I learned a lot in the last decade in the startup world, building 3 startups from the ground up. And the previous startup that we sold about 3 years ago was about a dark web threat intelligence platform that we monitor the dark web at scale. And we scraped all the data and we started to correlate the data with the enterprise digital footprint.
Okay.
And we learned a lot from this journey. And the one thing that we learned is that threat actors are going after small businesses because they started to democratize their tools about 2 or 3 years ago when they started to sell attack as a service tools. And after we sold the previous company to Rapid7 about 3 years ago, we decided to go and to see what is going on in the small business market and what kind of cybersecurity technologies are protecting small businesses. And we saw that the market is highly fragmented, and that's the reason that we decided to build Guards, because we believe that for protecting small businesses and dealing with a lot of point solution, it's not the right way to go going forward. So we decided to build a security platform for the ground up for MSPs that protecting small businesses, trying to build it in a holistic, all-in-one approach with an automated detection response that cover the most critical attack vectors that MSPs need to deal on a daily basis to protect small businesses. So that was the inception of Guard. That's why
Okay.
we decided to build Guard. We started to build the company about 2 years ago. And we launched officially the product beginning of this year, beginning of 2023,
Okay.
working with almost 200 MSPs in the last year, getting them on board, getting them working with the product. And we believe that this market is ready for the Guard platform these days.
Well, I've got a quick question. That sounds great. What in your opinion makes guards different?
Yeah, so we started to talk about the fragmentation of the point solutions, and we are building it in a different approach because first we are selling only through MSPs, so we are built by design for MSPs, so MSP first in mind, multi-tenancy, white labeling, branding, automated onboarding, like quick onboarding in a click of a button,
Okay.
integrating with the Microsoft 365. Reporting capabilities, subscription, monthly, everything is built around MSPs, growth tab, prospecting tools, a lot of stuff that we built into the product around helping MSPs to grow the business and secure more clients. So this is one unique area that we are very focused on building and being MSP first. And the second one is being able to automate the detection and response across multiple attack vectors in a single integrated backbone. And this is very unique because most of the vendors out there, they either have 1, 2, 3 point, kind of vectors, and it's still silos product, still silos dashboard, still, not talking with each other. And in order to build a security stack that is relevant for the attacks of today and tomorrow, you need to be able to see the attack in a multi-layered approach. So let's talk about, for example, like phishing. Let's say phishing is one of the most common attacks, on small businesses. If you look on the phishing attack, it's not relevant or it's not good enough if you just have email protection, the best email protection point solution. It's not good enough if you have like the awareness training of the world. It's not good enough if you have like if you are doing assessments. It's very relevant if you have a multi-layer approach to tackle phishing. So with the Guardz platform, for example, how we tackle phishing, first we are scanning all the external exposure of the business. So we know if there are DMARC missing, SPF missing, like those kind of things on the domains of the business. And then we are able to monitor the dark web and to see if there are any credential leakage, data leakage, user leakage that threat actors can leverage in order to create a tailored phishing attack. And then we are scanning all the inbound traffic of the email. So we know exactly if there is a malicious a file, a suspicious email, a fraud in the content of the email. And then if there is something, we are blocking the email, putting it on quarantine, but we are also triggering an awareness campaign on this specific user. 2 days after, in an automated fashion, we are creating a phishing simulation on this specific account, all from the same platform, all from a single pane of glass. And then the user is getting a risk score. So it's a user-based detection and response on the risk. So this user specifically that, a threat actor decided to attack this user with a phishing campaign is getting a risk score, and this user is starting to be monitored in a higher level in terms of the Guardz platform. So that's about the Guardz way to do it, and we believe that the right way, it's about doing it in a simple way for the MSP. So you as the MSP, you don't need to deal with a day-to-day operations of this kind of multi-point solutions. You can do it in a single pane of glass.
Okay, excellent. So not necessarily with Guardz, but what would you say, in your honest opinion, would you say is the number one problem MSPs have when addressing cybersecurity concerns for their clients?
So I think that first, before addressing the cybersecurity concern, it's about selling cybersecurity to your clients. So I think like this is the number one concern of most MSPs that we are talking with today. It's how I approaching my client with the right security value proposition in order to kind of put it on the table and show him the value before I even provide him the security services that I want to provide him or that I'm willing to provide him. So first, it's about growing the business in the cybersecurity space. So that's one angle of that we are seeing today as a priority for MSPs. And the second one is about how to do it in a cost-effective, easy-to-use platform that can actually scale. So that's the other angle of that we see as a priority. I don't call it a challenge. I will call it an opportunity, because in the end of the day, the demand for cybersecurity in the small business market is growing, is booming. And for MSPs that understand that there is a great market there, I feel like this is the right way to go. And we are helping MSPs to transition from just IT or basic security offering into providing an holistic, advanced cybersecurity in a simple way.
Awesome. Well, Dor, were you planning on doing a demo today of the platform?
Yeah, sounds good. We can do a demo. I can show you the platform,
Okay.
or let me share my screen here.
Sure.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So this is the Guardz multi-tenant platform for MSPs. So as I mentioned, we are not selling directly. We are selling only to MSPs. This is a multi-tenant platform by design. So here you can see in this demo account, I have 3 clients. You can see all of the customers. You can onboard a new client in a click of a button, either through Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace. So all our integration and our asset collection and monitoring is based on the Google Workspace or Microsoft 365 Graph API. So we are collecting all the data from there. In a click of a button, we are deploying the app on the cloud-to-cloud environment. It's taking less than 2 minutes usually to verify and to take all the information from the Microsoft 365 tenant. And from there, we are automatically analyzing the users, the devices, the mailboxes, the internet assets, the cloud drives, and providing an holistic view of all of the assets, digital assets. Here you can see the 3 customers and the criticality or the risk of each customer. You can see the issues that the platform generate or the platform detect based on severity. And I will deep dive into each of the sections in a minute, but just to give you a quick overview of what you see is the main dashboard. What you can see here is the coverage and the issues by security control. So as I mentioned, at Guardz platform, we have a few different security controls that are all baked and unified and curated into a single backbone. So it can be like the cloud posture of the Microsoft 365, the external footprint, either the dark web.
So, Dor, let me interrupt you real quick, just to kind of make sure that I'm understanding the platform to this point. There is no agent that sits on a local endpoint for
There is
Guardz, correct?
there is an agent that is sitting and I will show you how you deploy the agent. But there is an agent that is sitting, but the onboarding is coming from the Microsoft 365 or the Google Workspace. But
Okay.
in order to get the holistic protection and all the security controls in place, you also need to deploy an agent.
Gotcha. So 2 things with Guardz.
Yeah, actually 3 things with Guardz in terms of deployment. One is the deployment of the connection of the Microsoft 365 the Google Workspace, then the deployment of the agents, and then the deployment of the browser extension. If you want to go for securing the browser, you don't need to, but we recommend you, and it's coming part of the platform.
Got it.
Okay, so let me show you the security controls. Maybe it will be more easier, to understand the security controls here. So let's, for example, take this account. So here you can see the security controls, and you can activate them automatically every time you onboard the client, or you can do it manually by security control. So it's up to you. So let's say in this cloud directory posture, we are monitoring the Google Workspace. We are monitoring, for example, users with multi-factor authentication that are missing, or inactive users, or mailbox rules forwarding, and everything that we can collect from the API of the Microsoft or the Google in terms of the security posture of the directory. Then we are monitoring the external footprint. So we are analyzing all the internet assets, like the domains, the subdomains, the IP addresses, and the websites. And we know if there are any issues related to each of the assets, everything done in an automated fashion. Then we are monitoring the dark web for credential leakage, data leakage on the dark web. Then we are providing, as part of the security controls, cloud data protection for your Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, or Slack, or any kind of SaaS application that is storing your data. Providing a full-blown email protection based on API, so it's inline. You don't need to change the MX record. You can play with the caution banner that we are adding to each of the emails, or with the quarantine threshold. We are sending any suspicious email to quarantine. You can play with the managed list, allow list. Everything is baked into the email protection. Then about the endpoint security, as I mentioned, there is a Guardz agent that is running on Microsoft or Mac, on Windows or Mac. And what we are doing with the agent, we are actually leveraging the Defender capabilities. So the basic version of the Defender. So everything, any Windows device that is coming with Defender, any Mac device that is coming with XProtect, that is the equivalent of Defender, what we are doing, we are enforcing in a monitoring mode or enforce mode all the detections of the Defender, and we are adding on top of it our detections of early detection for ransomware, for example, any kind of malicious activity of the auto runs. So scanning all the autoruns and making sure that the Defender itself is configured properly.
Okay.
Then we have the secure browser, as I mentioned, the security awareness training, like awareness campaigns, phishing simulations, like short videos up to 1 minute with, like all the different awareness campaigns. And you can create a phishing simulation that is tailored and is powered by AI. So let's say I have I don't know, like a customer from accounting, and the content type, I want it to be around compliance, and the tone of voice, let's say, to be formal, and I will click generate. And in the power of AI, you will get a tailored phishing simulation campaign on this specific user. Once they hit the link, they will get this kind of, hey, you took the bite. You can distribute it into specific group selection, scheduling the campaign, all the users, part of the users, play with it as you want.
Okay.
And that's eventually our way, to provide the detection and response in an holistic approach. So this is the single client. So once you deploy all the security controls, as you saw, in a very easy way, you will get the security posture of the business. In this case, the security posture of the business is not in a good shape. But if you will solve all the 43 issues that exist on this specific tenant, your security posture, your security score will go up, and then you will be liable for cyber insurance. The cyber insurance piece is only available in the US today. So we streamline cyber insurance for our US MSPs and US small business clients from the Guardz platform. So you can request a quote, and we are expanding mid of next year to other markets in terms of providing the cyber insurance offering.
Very nice.
So one thing that I also wanted to mention here is that in the insight section, what we are doing, we are connecting the dots between the different security controls and protection. So let's say, for example, in this account, I have leaked credentials and no multi-factor authentication for specific user. So I will click here, and this will automatically take me to specific tenant to show me that this user is missing a multi-factor authentication on his admin. And for each of the issues that we have in the platform, you also have a remediation plan. In some cases, the remediation plan is fully manual because we are not able to do it in an automated fashion because there is no API to do it.
Sure.
But in case that there is an API to do it, so it will be done in an automated fashion.
Okay.
So let's go to the issues and sort for all kind of issues. Let's say, I don't know, like email protection, suspicious email. I saw like this description. I can show the email in the preview mode. In the preview mode, I can say, hey, this is the details. This is the risk score received, blah, blah, blah. And the remediation. These are the options for remediation. You can do it in an automated fashion or in a manual fashion, up to you.
Very nice.
Everything in the issues can be integrated into your PSA. So we are working today with the Autotask and ConnectWise Manage, so you can automatically integrate with one of the PSA integrations, and we are working with other PSA to add to our platform.
What other PSAs are you looking to add to your platform?
Allo PSA is the next one.
Okay. Are you doing
Allo
anything with, let's say, Synchro, MSP?
Yeah, Synchro is definitely on the horizon, but Allo is already in the oven. Allo is already in the oven, and Synchro will be probably the next one based on the demand that we are getting from our MSP partners.
Okay, very nice.
And Atera is going to be the next one after Synchro.
Okay, perfect.
We talked about the users a little bit. So here you can see that we have a user's view. You can see the risk of the user based on the security controls. You can see what is missing. You can see like all the details about the user. And the next phase of the product, like the release of the product, will be automatically able to disconnect a user from your Microsoft 365 or your Google Workspace based on the detections that we have. So to create a fully automated and remediation response for any user that we see any threats, for example, like BEC or, geolocation detection, like downloading a lot of files on the same hour, on the same day, and like forwarding rules and any other kind of use case that you want to have to automate the detection response.
Would it kind of isolate those users with a problem?
Exactly. Based on your configuration as the MSP.
What is safe browsing or secure browsing? You had it up just a minute ago as one of the
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah, so the safe browser, it's a browser extension that is running on your browser and is blocking any kind of malicious website or malicious browser extension or other browser extensions that are malicious, detecting and blocking if we see any malicious traffic.
All right. So if the extension is not installed, it would put a red flag and say this is a problem.
Exactly.
Okay.
You will see it in the users page. You will see that, for example, I don't know, this John Doe is missing like the browser extension and few other components,
Right.
and that's why this user is risky.
They're missing just about everything.
Yeah. It's just a demo environment, and it's also
Sure.
that's about that in terms of the Guardz platform. Now I want to show you the Grow tab. The Grow tab is obviously, as the platform is built for MSPs, we have like MSP sales content that you can use and across your accounts. Then you have the prospecting report. You can create a new prospecting report in a click of a button. Just put the domain of the business and submit it. And after a few hours, you will have this kind of report. And the report is going to be branded with your logo. So everything in the platform, once you onboard to the platform, you put your organizational settings. Sorry. You put your organizational settings like your logo and your technical support details. And from that point, everything will be ready with your logo.
Okay.
This is cybersecurity risk assessment report on this specific company. This is the security posture of the business. This is the benchmark of the industry. You can see the number of employees, the issues, the financial loss, that is possible financial loss based on our calculation, based on the number of assets, the number of employees, the number of issues, and the industry.
And you can run this report on any of the clients inside of Guardz, correct?
So you can do it in two different ways. You can run it from the Grow tab on any client that you are going to meet, and you want to use it as a prospecting report, to show the value, to show the risk, and to help you to sell cybersecurity services as the MSP. And you can generate an ROI report after you use the platform, this specific account, to show the value over time. So to show all the detections, all the remediation plan that you took, action. So that's about it.
All right. Very well laid out. I like the Grow tab.
Yeah. And once you become a certified partner of Guardz, we are also offering you as the MSP, we are also offering you, we have a referral program. So you can also start to earn more money as a referral with Guardz. In terms of the business model and the pricing, we have a very, very, transparent and simple pricing. It's pay by month per user, monthly payment. You can either go with a starter and no commitment, start, with 1 user, 10 users, 50 users, whatever you want, or you can either go with the pro, commit to a minimum of 100 users and get a lot out of the platform in terms of unlimited prospecting, unlimited usage of the platform, unlimited tenants and stuff like that.
So good, better, best.
It's kind of the good and the best.
Right.
And that's it. You know, in a nutshell, I try to do it short and sweet as much as possible. And
No, that's great overview. I really like I'm a visual person, Dor. I really like to see charts and graphs, and I love this thing in the middle with the radar going around. It's kind of let you know all your active threats across all of your clients. That's really
all of
cool.
your clients, and you can see, you know, what is the security controls that deployed. You know, if you have one client that is not covered from the cloud data or from the email protection, you can see all of the different issues. It's all detection in real time, so you can see
Okay.
what is changing on your customer environment. You can get the insights. So the insights, it's something that you can clear, you know, on a daily or basis, like training and phishing simulation. We are giving you as the MSP everything that you need to do that is important, that is really, related to the security posture of your clients.
Okay.
And we are trying to help MSPs overall, you know, to automate the detection response and to secure more clients in an easy, cost-effective approach. And that's the reason why we decided to build Guardz.
Awesome. So, what does pricing look like for MSPs?
About $5 per user per month.
Okay. All right. And that
Yeah.
includes everything?
Yeah. Everything bundled together.
Okay. Awesome. And you said
Plus
you've got
24,
about you
plus
said you
24/7, plus 24/7 support, customer success support, everything that you need, you know, to help you maintain your clients, attract new clients with prospecting reports, and also supporting your existing clients with anything that you need.
very nice, very nice. Well, Dor, if we have members who are watching and they are interested in engaging your company and taking the next step and getting a demo of their own, or even just getting started with one customer, what's the best way for them to do that?
Just go to guardz.com,
Okay.
guards with a Z, .com, and just start a trial. It's a free of charge. You get a few, I think like 3 prospecting reports for free in the trial. You can onboard like few clients that you want to see the platform in action, and then you can decide if you want to purchase without talking to sales. So we have like a subscription and billing page in the platform, so
Okay.
you can start self-serve, or if you want to talk with sales, if you have, you know, like a big MSP and you want to, you know, to do like deal on few hundreds or thousands of users, we can definitely open for business. You can talk with our sales expert team in a click of a button. Just book a meeting, and we are happy to take any opportunity to the next level and to help as much as possible.
Well, that's awesome. And anybody who is watching, make sure you recommend when you engage Guardz. Let them know that you saw this demo today in IT Business Owners Group, and that's how you got their information. So that's awesome. Well, Dor, listen, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. I think it's almost about over. It's Thursday for you, right?
It's Thursday, yeah.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, sounds great. Well, listen, we'll have to do this again next time. And I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day this morning to get everything get everything going with us and do the demo. It was very nice, and I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Scott, for having me. And I hope you know that MSPs can use Guards, and we are happy to empower you, the community. And I am available, by the way. Please reach out to me directly, door@guards.com, if you have any questions, or reach out on LinkedIn. Feel free. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good day, Dor. We'll see
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.